How long does it take for the earth to go around the sun? The earth and other planets move around the sun. This movement is known as a revolution. Earth has two movements, rotation and revolution. Rotation I have already explained you, which is that the earth rotates on its own axis, which is the imaginary line running from the north and south pole in between the earth, and it is slightly tilted. Alright, revolution is caused by the sun's gravity and the planet's movement. Now why is the revolution possible of all the planets? Because the sun has a powerful gravity. It is the bigger object, so it has more powerful gravity, and the planet's movement. Planets are constantly moving in the circular orbits around the sun. Gravity is the pulling force which is naturally exerted by objects on each other. Sun is the largest body in our solar system. Its powerful gravity attracts all the other planets towards it. The planets revolve around the sun as a result of two forces, which are the sun trying to pull the planets towards itself and the planets trying to fly away from the sun into space. Alright, beta, this is because of these two forces. The first force is is exerted by the sun, which is the force of gravity, and it is trying to pull the planets towards it, and the other force is exerted by the planets. They are flying they are trying to fly away into the space, away from the sun, because they don't want to fall in the sun. All right, so they are trying to fly away from the sun because of that force, and the force exerted by sun, force of gravity exerted by sun on the planets. The two forces are balancing and the planets are orbiting around the sun. If the sun will not pull the planets due to gravity, the planets will fly into space. If a planet does not travel in an orbit, gravity will pull it straight into the sun. So see, the two forces are balancing. All right, the first one is the force of gravity of the sun, which is keeping the planets, which is pulling the planets towards it, and the other is the planets movement towards the space. All right, they are moving towards the space, and the two forces are balancing each other. But planets move around the sun in fixed paths known as orbits. Time taken for a planet to travel once around the sun is called a year. The Earth takes 365 and a quarter days to travel around the sun. So 1 year on Earth is equal to 365 and a quarter days. The planets close to the sun will have a smaller year as their orbit is smaller than the planets away from the sun. Alright beta, the Mercury is going to have the smallest year because its orbit is the smallest, and the Neptune is going to have the largest year, the longest year, because its orbit is the biggest. All right, revolution also determines the seasons. During revolution of the earth, the part of the earth tilted towards sun will have summers, and the path tilted away from the sun will have winters. All right, when the earth is moving, revolving around the sun, the part of this earth which is tilted towards the sun will have summers, and the part of the earth which is tilted away from the sun will have winters. All right, so this is how the seasons are determined because of revolution.